Patterson remembers his son's first race at age 7 when Steve had some problems overcoming that understandable fear.
And when I go out on the track to see what he wants.
Doing a good job hanging on the second spot there. Kevin Rentzel getting the early advantage. Rentzel is from Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's on Suzuki. He's about to pack the top 5 or 6 spots for Suzuki 1100. Superbike is fighting for 99 Kevin Rentzel. So the last got racing against one another.
Okay, test 1, 2. This is H Wolf 3 here, and you're not gonna see my name come up on the screen like it normally does. But I do got my partner in crime here, Roman Claude Rankin. Say hi to the good people.
What's going on, Pete?
And collectively, H Wolf 3, Roman Claude Rankin are the Truth Hurts. We are back with our 50th anniversary episode. Did you ever think we
Everybody don't cry.
I'm sorry, what?
Everybody don't cry at once. Everybody don't cry at once.
Who would have thunk it that we would reach 50 episodes? That's a blessing from up above. All praises to the Almighty Lord God. And for inspiring us to do this, and it's been a success. So we appreciate love and the support. We still mad at Meta because they won't let us stream, but it's gonna be all right. We're gonna work that out. We're gonna still post the show on Facebook, but for now it'll be on the YouTube. All right. Thank for all the new subscribers. We appreciate you. And you're going to really get something out this show. Now, this clip I just showed was a documentary. Some highlights from a documentary called Billy G Racing, Born to Ride. And so far, this is a video that I produced along with a gentleman named Billy G Patterson, whom we once featured on this show. He is a retired GM engineer and a motorcycle racer. And
AKA my son.
Let me talk about that. Now, folks, when he says this is his son, this man is twice his age. So I don't know why. I don't know. When I first met Billy G, it was in 1997 at Joseph Walker Williams Rec Center. And I saw him playing table tennis. I said, who is that? Because this man could really, really play. And up there, you had a lot of street players. We did have a lot of pro-level players, but they would only come like maybe once a week. But Billy G would come up there whenever he could. And I saw him, and I'm like, this man is good. And so Claude said, that's my son. I said, your son? What is he talking about? This man is like old enough to be his grandfather. He's talking about it's his son. And so he's been calling him that ever since. We also affectionately call him Hero.
Yeah.
And we've known each other. We've trained together and been very good friends for many years. He's always supported our efforts, and we greatly appreciate that. He would do things like, I'll never forget when we were doing our Wolfpack Alliance program table tennis team at Lipke Rec Center.
The refrigerator.
The rec center, Claude affectionately calls maybe not affectionately, the freezer, because it had no heat and we were in there and it was freezing cold. It's hard to even describe it. It's hard to describe how cold it was, and it was like insanity. We had a open center, seniors playing basketball, people trying to do activity, and trying to heat the building with space heaters. And without going down the rabbit hole, the Havoc system was stolen off the roof. That's another story for another time. But anyway, Billy G would come support us, whatever we tried to do up there. He would work with me, train me, and he made us a ball catcher. Do you remember that, Claude?
Yes, I remember.
That ball catcher, yeah, and put LR on it for Lipsky Rec. So he was always great supporting us. So recently, okay, let me not get ahead of myself. So I would say it was easily over 10 years after I had met Billy. He invited me over to train over at house table tennis because we love to train, love to practice. And I went to his basement where he had invented. He's also an inventor. He's a engineer. He was an engineer with GM. He's an inventor, motorcycle racer. He's a father, etc. Many titles. So I went over to his crib, went over to his house, went to the basement, and he had invented this machine. I mean, not machine. This invention that like return the balls when you hit up against the table. So I look up on the wall and it said Billy G Racing, and I said, and it was a motorcycle, and I said, you used to race motorcycles? I didn't even know it. And he said, yeah. I said, well, how long? About 25 years. Really? Okay. I didn't know that. So very humble man, obviously. But not only did he race motorcycles, his son raced, and his son became a national champion hero, if you will, multiple times. Not one hit wonder. He won multiple national titles.
Well, that's
A lot. And I wish I had the list in front of me, but instead of trying to do all that, just look at the documentary. It's on YouTube. It's on our Facebook page, the Truth Hurts Facebook page. Check it out, and you will see what I mean. What we mean. They were fantastic. They had a tremendous run, and it has primarily been forgotten. And when I had the opportunity to do a documentary on it, I approached Billy G, and he gave me the green light, and I think we finished that thing in like 3 days. It was remarkable.
It was incredible.
It was incredible. We shot it. He gave me the archival footage. He gave me the permission to use it, and it came together so quick and beautifully. And Billy, his daughter, and Steve, the one we just mentioned, who's the multiple-time national champion, they all three of them love it. As far as I'm concerned, it's a success.
We love it. We love it.
Right. It's a success. You know, if they love it, I love it. We love it. So God bless Pattersons, and we appreciate the opportunity to give them their flowers because they earned it. While they're still here, they earned it. They did a tremendous thing. They represented the city and the country actually well. I don't think he wanted to go overseas to do a series called MotoGP. Well, that's the European version. And I think you make more money over there, considerably more. Not that you don't get paid here, but I think you make more because it's a lot bigger sport over there, and it's not bad here either, but it's much bigger there. So I don't know if he ever made it overseas. I have to ask Billy next time I speak with him. So
be like my son Claude. Be like him. Be like him.
What? Folks.
Be like my son Hero.
There you go.
Just
That's
go
more
for
like
gold.
it. Yeah. So if Hero's your son, would Stevie be your grandson?
Yeah, I'm old. I feel old.
Help him,
I feel
Lord.
old.
Help this man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
tell
old.
you.
I'm old.
Don't pay
man.
no attention to it, folks. All right, so I think that's about it. Is there anything you wanted to mention before we move on about the
My
one we
son.
call the Hero Man, your son?
Oh, the Hero. Oh. Oh, he does a lot. You know, over the years, shoot, it's been a lot. Me and my son done. He's trying to get House Black Panther. You know, there's so much I can say about this man. He's incredible.
And we do agree on that. Okay, so
That's all I got.
yeah, okay, all right. And have you seen the documentary yet?
I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
All right, no more parts of it. Go ahead and see the whole thing, so you'll know. You'll know that aspect of his career. But it's no sense in me keep talking about it. Just go see the documentary, folks, and you get the whole picture instead of me trying to describe it.
It's not like a movie that we like to call Chirac. It's better than that.
I would say so.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
They don't need to apologize. I think you told the truth on that one. I never saw Chirac because I stopped watching this person's director's movies after he's got game. So I can't. I couldn't speak on it. I couldn't speak on it. And speaking of which, never mind. We're not gonna go down there. We got to keep it moving. All right, we won't keep this a happy episode because if we start talking about certain people, our blood might start boiling. All right, especially Claude.
Yes, I could go there, but let's keep it going. My son is a good person, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Exactly. We're going to keep it positive. Now, y'all bear with me. I forgot to bring some notes over with me. So, what I'm going to do is put this graphic up right quick. And so that you'll know what to look for. And this is going to take me but a second. There you have it. Billy G. Racing, Born to Ride. All right, let me take this down. And I'm back. Okay, here we go. Now we get into part 2 of our 50th anniversary episode. Now, me and Claude talked about this for quite some time, what we were going to do next. And we both agreed on this subject, how to stop a con man.
We see them all the time. You can't trust nobody.
Basically. And we felt this was badly needed. And from my personal experience, I pretty much have run into everything out there. Hustlers, pretty much you name it. All types of criminals, con men. But right now, what is one of the biggest threats in the world is cybercrime. We're going to speak about that first. Then we're going to move on to just how to deal with just everyday con men and women or people or whatever. All right, let's start with the cyber crimes. Now, amazingly, show you how the Lord worked. I ran into a lady today. Her name was Dawn. And she worked for a company, I forgot the name of it. Palo Alto. I might try to look it up on my little side computer. But they're the equivalent of a company like Cisco that is known to deal in cybersecurity. So this lady did cybersecurity for like big corporations. And I don't want to go any further than that because I had already put a name out there. So I don't want to go any further because some crook might be watching and, oh, I know what to look for now. So she verified some of the things we're going to talk about. So I know. Now, my background, I'm not only a content producer, I have a certificate in information technology. That's something probably a lot of y'all didn't know. And I got it from none other than Focus Hope. So I've studied cybersecurity, and I've also been a victim of cyber crooks. So I've got both sides of it. So both kick in the pants of it. So the things I'm going to be telling you, if you want to cross-check it just to make sure, that's fine. that I'm not just saying something out the side of my neck. This is real, the real deal. This is true. It's darn true. Now, let's start with real basic stuff that we deal with from day to day. You can be on your phone. You can be checking your email, and you're going to be hit with some of the things I'm about to put up. We're going to start with this one. Phishing, spear phishing, and whaling. Now, phishing, I'm putting the graphic up on the screen, is not spelled like the fishing where you go out to Detroit River and with Belle Isle with a rod and a reel. Is spelled, as you can see, Phishing. Now, what is phishing? Phishing is a targeted. No, I'll take that back. It's not targeted. But it's like when you throw your rod and reel out in the water, you don't know what type of fish you're going to get. So that's what phishing is. Somebody will create a bogus, say, for example, email, and they'll send it to a lot of people. And they're going to say, see who takes the bait. So the official definition is an attacker sends fraudulent email disguised as being from a trusted source. Now, everybody, I'm sure, pardon me, rubbing my nose. You said what?
Being caught.
No.
Being caught.
Okay. Who are you referring to as being caught? Oh, by the phishing?
By phishing.
Yeah, well, when you don't know, you don't know. There's no shame in that. But what you want to look, okay, first of all, let's describe what it is first. You get here's one probably everybody can relate to. You get something saying, oh, you just won a new, yeah, $1 million. Let me kind of reel it in a little more. Let's say you get something that claims it's from Best Buy, and you have won a TV or some nonsense. But here's a more common one. You get a thing from Best Buy that's supposedly from Best Buy, but they say somebody charged on your account a new computer, an Apple iPhone or whatever, and they rang up $1,000 bill. If this is not true, please call this number. Well, here's going to be a common theme about how to avoid these things. Don't answer it. Don't call. That's what they want you to. Also, don't respond Just
Like,
delete the email. Delete it.
I don't know you, man. Or woman.
Right, because you don't know who's behind it. Now, things to look out for that is a phony is misspelling.
You can't spell my name?
No, not necessarily your name. That too, but the general punctuation is bad. Also, if the email has kind of like a cut and paste look to it, these crooks now are a little more sophisticated, so it doesn't look as blatantly obvious like it used to. But sometimes it would look real sloppy, like, this ain't really from no Best Buy. This ain't really from Visa. This look too amateurish. Now, I'm sorry, what?
Some bum off the street.
Some bum off the street put it together. Yeah, right. Claude hitting the nail on the head. That's exactly right. But a lot of them are a little more sophisticated. But usually, poor punctuation gonna give them away. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one on the list here, because we've got two more to do besides these three. Next one is called spear phishing. And spear phishing is when an attacker creates a targeted phishing attack. This means he ain't just throwing out the bait into the ocean and he doesn't care what he gets. He could get anything from a swordfish to a minnow. But in this case, he's coming right directly after you. You. So it's going to have your name. It's going to it's going to have your name. It might have certain types of information on it. And so the deception is even stronger. So I receive these all on a regular basis, and I just delete them. Now, Claude, have you received any of these?
No.
No? Okay. That's amazing. Do you have email?
Yes, I have email, but I just delete them.
Well, you do receive.
I receive them, but I don't pay attention to them. I just delete them.
But you still receive them. That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. I'm about to say it. You don't have any email if you don't receive any of these. Okay. Next one is called whaling. Now, whaling. I'm sorry, what?
You hit him in the head, in the face?
No, that's not it. No. Whaling is the same thing as fishing and spearfishing, but as the name implies, you're going after the big fish, the whale. So this one is more like spearfishing, but it's going after like business people, like CEOs, what they call the chief financial officers, CFOs. They go after the big fish.
I'm just a small fish.
So you said you ain't never had one of these whaling ones, huh?
Yeah, not the whale.
Now, I know this is probably hard to believe for some people, but I actually was almost a victim of a whaling attack. And I told the lady that I met today, Dawn, about this. Years ago, when we had finished the movie Wreck Man, I got an email from, I guess you could, one of these type of whaling emails. They claimed they were a company out of Vietnam and that they wanted to shoot a movie here in the Detroit area. And they had heard about what we had done and wanted my company, to assist them with the production. So they had a email. I'm sorry, I apologize. It was an email, but they had a link to their website, or either that, or I looked them up, who they claim they represented, and it was a very, very elaborate and professionally done website. And they had the company that they had claimed to be was a legitimate company, movie production company. They did a movie, Kong. What was it called? Kong on Skull Island. I can't remember. Some movie back in the late 2000s.
I think I heard of that.
You heard of that movie, right? And I mean, you would have thought this was legit. This is how elaborate it was. So I thought they were legit, and so they baited me, and then they hooked and reeled me in. They said, "We're gonna send you a check, and
No check.
you're going to deposit it, and then you're going to use that to rent the equipment we're going to use to shoot the film." And like a fool, like a dummy,
You fell for the banana.
I fell for the banana tail pack. I deposited that check, and it was bogus. So these people weren't necessarily out to steal no money from me. They were out to wreck my business. And just fortunately, by the grace of God, I had a good reputation with the bank I'm with and had never really had any problems. And they believed me. I told them the story, what happened, but they was ready to close my account down.
It's all right. It happens to the best.
It happens to the best of us. So I learned a bitter lesson on that. Turns out these people were out of Florida.
Yeah.
I did report them to the police. I'm sorry, what?
While they're out there tanning, while we up here
freezing our cockles off at Lipke. The freezer. Right. They down there creating scams. So I did go to the police. I did report them. But I think I found out about they were out of Florida on my own, with my own research, because I looked up the bogus check, some of the information on it. And I learned a lesson. Now, did anything happen to them? I doubt it. When I'm talking about as far as the Detroit police, I doubt it. But I'm glad I went through those steps and reported them and put everybody on high notice about it. And so I went back and told them, I said, you know what? You tried, but you failed. So go kick rocks. You tried to mess me up. It almost worked, but you didn't quite get the job done. So I'm not saying that to gloat, because the devil can fool you on many levels, so you can never let your guard down. Master deceiver. Moving on. Number 2. More cybercrime. Spam, Trojan, ransomware. All right. Spam is unsolicited email. This stuff, thankfully, most email email servers have what they call a spam filter. So a lot of these spam emails never hit your inbox. But if they ever get through, you got to be super careful, because if you open them, I think a lot of times they have viruses. They can infect your computer, and that has happened to me before. So you got to be very careful. No, I take that back. I've never had spam infect my computer, but one of these other ones is coming up that I did have some experience with. The next one, but I'm sorry. Before we move on, you're familiar with spam, Claude?
It happened to me once.
Okay.
I don't know, a long time ago.
Okay. Okay, no shame in that. I mean, it's happened to everybody. But wait till you hear the one I'm going to talk about. I mean, the one I just, no, not with spam. It's with one of these other ones I'm about to talk about. Next one is, where is it? It's called a Trojan. And that's a type of virus that infects your computer, but it's kind of like hidden. And all of this falls under the category of what they call malware. Malware is software, but it's the evil version of software. Malware the MAL stands is short for malicious. Okay? It'll kill your stuff. So I'm getting to that one. I had a definition for Trojan. Where is
Trojan, man?
Folks, forgive him. All right. Forgive him, Lord. Oh yeah, right. You know what? You know what? It is past his bedtime, so he gonna start getting loopy. Let's try to wrap this up. Trojan Horses, I found it, a program that looks useful but carries malicious code, included with free online programs such as computer games. Computer games. That's the end of that. Now, a virus is spread by an email attachment, of USB file or file download, hides in computer code, software, or documents, sends sensitive info to attackers. So they can see what's going on in your computer through these types of viruses. Now, here's one that's really insidious: ransomware. Encrypts files on a target, demands money to release it. Users without backup must pay ransom to decrypt files. Payments are usually made by wire transfer in cryptocurrency.
So basically, I'm getting robbed both ways.
Oh yeah, you getting literally held up at computer point, gunpoint. but it's your computer. So they lock your computer and hold it hostage till you pay this ransomware. Now, it's recommended that you get a good antivirus software, but it's also recommended that you do not pay this ransomware, because there's no guarantee they're going to release your computer. I really don't have time to get into all of that, but I just want to make you aware of it. Now, we just not alluded to nothing. We just said sometimes you can get these through video games, online games, emails. There's a lot of different sources, but we're gonna get into one of the most darkest ones shortly. All right, let's keep it moving so we can get done. Oops, my bad. All right, here we go. Now, last three: spyware. We already talked about virus and adware. Spyware is a virus that spies on you. Malicious and keyloggers monitor user activities and send info to cyber criminals. Can be low threat or high threat, which captures personal and financial information. So spyware, very dangerous. Now here's one. This is the one I was victim to. We already talked about virus, so we skip over that. Adware. Unsolicited advertising pop-ups, web browsers, toolbars. You know, have you ever seen something pop up on your computer, Claude, or your phone?
Yeah.
And it's like, where did this come from? What the heck is this? It's like an ad. Now that's the one that pretty much destroyed one of my computers many years ago. I'll never forget this as long as I live. I was on and I stopped doing this. God had to punish me. I was on a WWF website.
Yeah, you won't let me forget that.
I told you the story.
Yeah, you told me the
Yeah,
story.
I had no business on there, up there on WWF website, and so an ad popped up for the NCAA basketball tournament, and like a sucker, I clicked that thing, and my whole computer got infected, and I couldn't get this one back. Fortunately, I was able to get the hard drives out of it, remove it, and I rebuilt the computer. But otherwise, it was a wrap. That was adware. So adware, very dangerous. Very
You
dangerous.
remember when you took me to Copper's, that computer store, when my computer broke down?
What's the name of it again?
It was way out there, and
Southfield Computers?
yeah,
Oh, or was it Micro Center?
Micro Center. Yeah,
Micro
it was
Center.
Micro. Yeah,
I can barely remember. That must have been a long time
it
ago.
was a long time ago.
How did that work out, by the way?
I don't know. It was a long time ago.
You forgot? Yeah. That was a long time. It was some odd reason I can't remember it. And oh man, they irritated me not too years ago. I mean, I still go to them. I forgave them, but I stopped taking my computers to them. Thankfully, thank God now I can do my own computer work through the training I had. But I took them a computer. I think was it infected with a virus? It was infected with a virus, and it was bad. They didn't do nothing. They charged me, and I was not a happy camper. I ended up taking it to Southfield Computer, and they fixed it, which unfortunately they're gone. They went out of business. Let's keep it moving. We're almost done. Now we get into the good stuff.
The home run.
The home run. Now we're dealing with one-on-one transactions with con people. And
Oh,
all right, let me keep it together. All right. Hustle number one. We're gonna deal with two hustles, and this is gonna cover a lot of things. Bait and switch. You can get a phone call, you can get an email, you can be dealing with a person one-on-one. You could meet them on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know, anything. And they bait you. This is kind of like fishing, but this is it's kind of different. You sell me, you supposedly I've won something, or you're selling me one thing, but when I get to the real heart of it, or the nitty gritty, as they used to say back in the day, is something else, and it usually is a lot more expensive.
I feel like
I've been hoodwinked, bamboo, and folks, he's not gonna let the Chirac go. I'm telling you. It's happened to me on several occasions. One of the most egregious ones was, I can pick the litter on this one, but it was baited me in with some place like a so-called, I don't know what this joint was, like a store. It was weird. But they baited me in with some type of so-called free gift. I can't remember. They sent me this is so long ago, it might have been a letter. I can't remember. It might not even been an email. This was how long ago. So I go to this store,
Up there, hood.
and their whole thing was, I was very young too, very young and foolish. I had just gotten married, and they were talking about, what was the whole thing? It's so long ago. I want to get this right. So okay. They baited me in with some type of gift, but they wanted you to get some type of subscription to get these lower prices for these items. It was kind of like a bogus Costco.
That's the Costco.
It was weird. And I remember they sold furniture and all this stuff, and they had these fake people in there pretending like they were shopping and stuff. And this subscription was expensive. And no, it was way more expensive than that. And so supposedly you're shopping there and you get cheaper prices, like wholesale prices. Just a bunch of BS. So this particular guy was pressuring me. I felt like I was being interrogated by the Russian KGB. It was bad. And I'm like, I don't want this. I want to leave. And it felt like I was being held hostage. I should have just cold cocked it and broke for the door. So finally, I just signed the thing just to get out of there. And so my thinking was I'd go back and say, hey, I was signed this under duress. I don't want to do it. I went back the next day. They're like, no, you got to honor this. And I was like, oh, my God. I paid it off. It was terrible. And I learned a valuable lesson. Just a valuable lesson. Next time, just knock the guy out. No, I'm not saying that. But just walk out the door. When you find out it's not legit or not what they claim, get the heck out of there. Just go. Now, many years later, I ran into the same thing, but this time I knew what to do.
Let's go.
It was let's go. It was, you know what? I'm not gonna get into it. Let's just everybody needs to know is I knew what to do. Walk out the door. Now, ironically, I did actually get a gift. It was something called a jump pack, where you would jump your car. It also had a flashlight into it, a USB charger, and it worked. It was good, but in exchange for this gift, they want you to sign up for some type of vacations and stuff. And I was just like, no, you keep the gift, but they gave it to us anyway, and we was out of there. This is gonna crack you up, Claude. This place that we went to for this was near Davison, Michigan.
Oh, that's where you play table.
That's where we used to go play table tennis tournament.
Well, they know us.
Yeah, they knew us. Maybe that's how they knew about me. Going out there.
Hey, don't you know you? Don't we know you?
No, we know you're right. Yeah.
Haven't seen my face.
Right. Now, before we move to the last one, and then we'll be done. We're almost done, Claude. Have you ever experienced this, the old bait and switcheroo?
What's that?
The hustle. Bait and switch. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. I've been in a hustle before.
Okay.
One time, not again.
Never again. Well, good for you. Sometimes you not really going to know how to deal with something until you go through it. Unfortunately, sometimes you can get all the advice, all of the warnings, but some people are just so evil, so slick. Remember the Dr. Style Slick wrestling? Yeah, you just get calm.
We should play his music. just to show.
Jive Soul Bro.
Yeah, Slick. They call me Slick.
The doctor of no style. Let's keep it moving. He was also known as Reverend Slick, too.
Oh, we know some people like that, brother.
Uh-oh, look out.
Yeah.
Last but not least, hustle number 2 is entitled, I Just Want My Money.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I just want some gas money. That's all I ask. Those gas money.
I just want my money. I done some work for you. And now here come the cavalcade, the avalanche of excuses.
I ain't got it. Oh, wait here. I just want my money. So, we don't want no trouble.
I just want my money. Remember the guy on Good Times? Lenny just wants his money.
Yeah. I got this. We just want our money.
Oh man, I done ran into that so many times being in video production. So one of the people we said we were going to talk about briefly was a con man that both me and Claude knew.
Now
this is a weird one because we knew him under totally different. Well, it was kind of the same circumstances, but it was also different too. We'll explain. This ain't gonna take long.
Oh yeah, mine's is right.
This man, I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, even though he deserves it.
Claude will.
But his initials are SC.
Oh, Claude will. Don't worry, Claude don't have no mercy.
I know you don't. Now, when I was doing my well, I'm a video producer, obviously. I mean, we're doing the show. But years ago, I used to do tons of event video, and particularly weddings. So I was dealing with this particular guy who was unscrupulous, to say the least. But no, I'm not talking about the guy me and you know. I'm talking about somebody else. This was before pre-SC. So this particular guy will pay you. You do the work for him. You pay him. He pay you, and you get all your money. But it was like, do I really want to be associated with? He was a crook in other areas and unethical, grossly unethical. Also, his personal life was like really shaky, shady stuff. And I'm like, I need to get away from this guy because I don't need to be building somebody like this up. So what happened, he met SC, did some work for him. Then he came back to him, but he was unavailable. And then me naively, I was like, well, I'll do anything to get away from under him. But then it was like jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. So when I hook up with SC, we're doing these weddings. And he was a DJ.
Wow.
And that's how Claude ended up meeting him, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, you just ruined my part.
You're going to still get to tell it. Calm down. So we worked as a package deal. It was DJ, video, photography, and it seemed like there was one other service, but it was primarily those three. So the first gig we did together went fine. I got paid because everything was under contract. We signed contracts. So the first time it went fine. I got my money. But every single time after that, it was always some excuses.
I ain't got it. I ain't got it.
Oh, so and so didn't show up. Let's see. Okay, here's one of the standard ones. Oh, the bride didn't like the way the photography come out, but so she didn't pay me everything. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Absolutely zero. I was there. I did what I was contracted to do. I'm not trying to hear it. So but this is a con man for you. So this happened several times. It was always some garbage. So the straw that broke the camel's back. Next thing I know, this man had owed me. Now he would pay the upfront money, the deposit, but he never paid the balance, the full balance. It was always some garbage.
I'll pay you.
I'll pay you, but wait till next time. No, ain't no waiting till next time.
I got bills.
Right.
Got something called bills.
So I said, this is playing out. And next thing I looked around, it was he owed me over $1,000. I was like, oh no, this is not going to go on further. So the straw that broke the camel's back was we did this wedding and he backed out. I guess the bride he peeped it. I don't know what transpired, but I guess he probably surveyed the couple and like, I'm not gonna be able to bamboozle these folks. Or maybe it was something about him they didn't like that they discovered. So he backed out the deal. But they still wanted me.
Yeah.
Or either they fired him and they still wanted me. It was one of them two. So they had already paid him part of my money. And the Joker kept it. I was like, you can't get much lower than that. So I got the balance this time, but he got the upfront money. I'm like, that's the end. So he cried and whined and pitched a fit and break danced and spun on the floor like Curly or the Three Stooges. And I wasn't hearing it. I wasn't even trying to hear it. I said, that's it. I'm done. So 3 years passed. And then he came back to me, and this is a perfect con man. Oh, I've gotten myself together now. We got the team back together, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not interested. Then he kept begging and stuff, and I caved in and tried to do one more wedding with him. It's same results. And that was effectively the end of our run.
You got hustle.
Huh?
You got hustle or bamboozle?
Both.
Bamboozle.
Well, in that case, what happened, the very last one after the 3 years, he, once again, was at fault. He always was throwing other people under the bus, saying that's why he didn't get the money. Well, he was the one who was late. He was late, and he was supposed to have the music for the ceremony. So they were hot and mad at him. And then on my end, her name starts with an S. She didn't do the greatest job, unfortunately. God bless her soul. She tried.
Bless her soul. Yeah.
But it didn't turn out. So he tried to put it on me, but it was actually him. But the guy.
Can't help being short.
There you go. There you go. You summed it up. Now, the so-called groom, they were frat buddies. Because a lot of his reasons why he kept getting jobs was these were fraternal frat brothers. He was like, I'm not paying you because because you didn't get part of the blah 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 the wedding, and then you were late, and this guy was nuts. He was a stone nut. I said, this guy is dangerous. Dude, you can keep your stinking money. I don't even want it because you're trash. He's trash. Y'all deserve each other. I'm out of here because this guy was so cuckoo. He could have put a pistol out. He was so nuts. So that was the end. That's going on. 14 years ago. Now I'm gonna let Claude tell you his experience with them, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
All right, this same person. 5 years later, I popped up at my senior citizen home. I was volunteering at.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were volunteering.
I was volunteering. I was taking a pay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. So I was volunteering, and I seen it. I'm like, oh, I know you. I said, don't I know you? You so and so. But yeah. Did you don't know me? You don't know me? I'm like, oh, you at my job. You coming at my job. Interrupted, playing the guitar and stuff. I'm like,
playing the guitar?
Yeah, singing and playing the guitar.
He was doing that?
Yeah, I like that. You really messed up. Hustling the senior citizens. All right.
Were they throwing him money?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
You actually think you something. I'm embarrassed for you.
I never saw that aspect of him. So was he any good?
No, he wasn't that
good. Cause he was all just DJ with me.
It was sad.
It was sad. You felt they got hustled.
Yeah, they got hustled.
Lord have mercy. Good way. Now, years, I say in between the time I was through with him and now, I would say about halfway in the middle of that time. You know what? I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to do it. No. We're not going to do it. I'm not going to go into that. The infamous play, we're not going to go into that. Not going to go into
that. I'll try. The one I fell asleep at?
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. Folks, if you run into here's the moral to all this.
Don't trust a con.
You don't trust a con man. This is a person who was a professional con man. And he did do some work, but basically he was pimping other people. And I was one of them for I say this lasted for a couple of years, a year, off and on, for a year or so. And it was not good. So if you do some work for somebody and they turn around and start talking that junk, just walk away. You know, you can make the decision to take them to court and sue them in small claims or maybe big claims. I don't know. But learn a lesson and just write it off and keep it moving. Because sadly, most of the time, a leopard is not going to change his spots. They're going to keep, a con manager is going to keep doing things. Now, if it's legit, some unforeseen circumstances happen and they try to make it right, that's different. That's different. But if you just got a pattern of always lying and doing that stuff, just stay away from them. Just stay away from them. They're a con man or con woman.
And we seeing some of the best con.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But this guy really stands out, and he's somebody me and Roman had dealings with, and we both reached the same conclusion. Because I think we found out it was the same guy. We were just talking, and I mentioned his name and SC's name, and you were like, "Yeah, that's the same guy." I was like, "Oh no!" Avoid like the plague, like COVID. Avoid.
Yeah. He got to know.
He got me first, and as Goldberg would say, "You're next."
Yes. If you don't know who that is, look him up on
Google him. Yes, you don't know who Goldberg is. All right, so that's our the Truth Hurts version of how to stop a con man, cyber con men and women or crooks, as well as people you just meet every day. Those are some of the things. Now, is this all inclusive? Of course not, because people got so many hustles and schemes now. There ain't no way we could cover that in no hour. But I tried to keep it broad enough to cover. This covers a lot of areas, especially number 2. I just want my money. Because if you're doing work for somebody and they're not paying you and coming up with a bunch of excuses, you don't need to be working for them. You need to keep it moving.
Just give me my money.
Yeah, just give me my money and I'll leave you alone. Now I'm not talking about working for the Lord. That's something totally different. That's something totally different. I'm talking about just dealing with people in business where the whole point is you're making money. You're paying people for doing a job. Okay. Yeah. We'll save the false prophets for another video. I'm not quoting any scriptures, but there's enough of these con men out there that you can talk about them and keep it kind of general. But that's another episode for another time. Here we go. So, last but not least, any concluding thoughts, Claude?
No. I think I'm done for the con man. For the con so con people.
You all conned out?
I'm conned out. Conned out.
I think Claude is conned out. I think he's weary. I think he's tired just talking about it. Because it brings back some very bizarre memories. I never forget. I'm going to conclude with this. Sometimes things are done to, God is trying to open your eyes. Now, the question is, are you going to open them? This particular guy we were just talking about, he was on Texas Justice and was sued by a bride. And he actually seemed like he was proud of it. I'm like, who does that? I'd be ashamed. He was more proud of the fact that he was on national TV and lived in empathy. By the way, he lost the case.
You lost.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not something you want to put on your resume. What is wrong with this man? But that's a warning. Get away from this guy. Get away from him.
Hey, man, you crazy? You crazy?
Hey, man, is that guy crazy? That's our catch line. We're going to create a segment on that, by the way. It's going to be for future episodes. It's going to be a graphic that comes up. Hey, man, is that guy crazy? And then we're going to put up the picture of a person. And they're going to be somebody who's done something stupid or wicked. Crazy. So that's coming. That's a new segment that's coming. All right, so 50 episodes in. Any reflections before we sign off, Claude?
Well, for 50 episodes, it's been like 10 years. 10 years just went by so fast.
It really did. It's hard to believe.
And we've known each other so long, it feels like we've known each other about at least about how long was it? Longer than that.
Oh man, a long time.
Yes.
I knew you before I knew Billy G, and I remember I said I met him in 1997.
Yeah.
That's what 30
37?
something. Wait a minute. 20. No, it would be 28 or 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Forgive me for the bad math, but yeah. So we've known each other. I've known Claude longer, Roman longer than that. So it's amazing. But yeah, we've been doing The Truth Hurts. We started in late 2015, and we didn't really get streaming on a regular basis to 2020. But man, unbelievable. 50 episodes. Some of them I took down. Some of them have been lost. But that's the legacy. So been a great 50th anniversary, and hopefully it'll be 50, Lord willing, it'll be 50 more. So on that note, Claude, as usual, great job. Hopefully everybody got something from this, out of this. And
Don't trust con.
don't trust con men. Don't trust them. Do your home. They call it due diligence. Do your homework on when you get fraudulent emails, or if sometimes you don't know if they're fraudulent or not. But if somebody solicits you, or they claim that you're just your bank or your insurance company, actually call them to verify, did you send me this email requesting my information or whatever. That's one of the tips Dawn, the lady I met earlier, Dawn gave me. Follow up, take the time to check it out. Don't just trust anything that come across your computer screen or call you on the phone. You got to be super dangerous because these people are ruthless. They'll steal all your money and leave you poor, broke, and lonely. It's scary. It's scary stuff. So God bless everyone. Seek the truth, and always remember, the truth hurts. Claude, say good night to the people.
Good night.
Good night. Take care. Talk to you later. Peace.
All right. Peace.